Hey viewers, for the 22nd day of Vlog Every Day in April, I wanted to talk a bit about the new WGN show Salem. But before I do that, what I did on the 22nd, I'm recording this the day after because I forgot to record it yesterday. Yesterday I just went to work, and then after that I stopped at my house to change out of my work clothes and then went to my friend's house to watch the girls. And I pretty much just did a couple loads of laundry and vacuumed the carpets and played several games of Connect 4 with the girls before bed. And then the older of the two girls, the 10-year-old, and I watched a Disney Channel movie that she likes called Avalon High that I hadn't seen yet. And it's a modernized version of the King Arthur story, which was really interesting. And then at the end I was like, what? Wait, but what? It was cool because it was like the kids were reincarnated versions of the characters and you thought you knew what was going on, but then it was totally different. But anyway, on Sunday night I was at my friend's house and my friend and I watched premiere of Salem, and my boyfriend also watched it, and we were texting back and forth because he wasn't there. And my friend, whose girls I was watching and who I work for on Monday, she also watched it on Sunday night, so we were talking about it on Monday. And basically I just want to say that no, it's a whole lot of no. I was expecting it to be, about a town in which everyone thought that the witches... If you don't know, by the way, new WGN show Salem is a reimagining of the story of the Salem witch trials, but as though the witches were real, and that the witchcraft was real, and they actually were. So I was expecting it to be about this town where everyone thinks that the witches have made pacts with the devil and things like that, and that was the assumption about who they were. Like, I was expecting that. I didn't expect, this may or may not be a spoiler for those of you who care about those things, but I'm just talking about the general plot line. I'm not really spoiling anything in general. I didn't expect that they were going to have the characters actually have made pacts with the devil and refer to him as the devil and talk about how, oh, well, you've given yourself up to him now, so that's all you can do. And there's a lot of really demonic sort of imagery and sacrifice looking things and people wearing animal heads and sexual things, and it's just like, what? So I will go more into detail about this when I do my actual series on media representations, and maybe I'll just start with this one since it's the most new. But basically I want to ask what those of you who watched the premiere think of it, and I'm kind of in between whether we should stop watching it because the more people watch it, the more they think, oh, it's popular, whatever, like whether we should just not continue watching it because it's so awful as far as a representation. I know it's TV, I know it's supposed to be dramatic and whatever, but you have to think of it from the point of view that, I have friends who are doing The Crucible right now, and they want to know about what real witches are like because they want to portray their characters well, and they watch that documentary and they think that's what witches are, and then I tell them, hey, I'm a friend of yours and I'm a witch. What are they going to think of me if they think that that show is what witches really are? Or not the documentary, but the show. They did do a documentary before the show that was more of the historical, like giving you the actual backstory, and my friend said the documentary was really good. So I recommended that to my one friend who's doing The Crucible because I thought, oh, maybe this will be helpful for you. But now, imagining her watching the show and using that and thinking that, I'm just like, wait, no, I take it back, that was not good. What's anybody gonna think if they think, oh, this show is about real witches and what really happened in Salem, and that's the portrayal, just if you think of it from that standpoint, it's really not very good for the real people who are witches. So I'm torn between not watching it and whether we should continue to watch it at least for a couple more episodes so that we have a better idea of where it's going and what they're doing with the representations. Like if I'm going to be discussing it, I should probably know what's going on, but at the same time I don't want to keep watching it. My boyfriend thinks I should write a letter. I already tweeted at them when I first saw the trailer. I was like, is this going to be a positive or a negative representation of people who are actually witches? Because, yeah, we've had enough negative stuff. And we can say all we want, like, oh, anyone who would believe that is, completely hopeless anyway. Like, there's no point in trying to explain to them if they believe something that ridiculous. But, people do, is the thing. How many times have we ever been approached by someone and who finds out we're a witch, whether it's in person or online, because I've had it happen in person too, have people approach us and think like, oh, so you think you're Nancy from The Craft, or oh, you think you're Harry Potter, and oh, you think you're one of the Sanderson sisters, or one of the Spellmans, or one of the Hollowell sisters, like, people do think that that's what we think we are. Anyway, I have to get to work, so I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to be awesome, blessed be, and goodbye.